Okay, this is a little tutorial to explain about changing between the chords of this piece called the rocking chair. And if we take a close peek at that, we'll just zoom in there on this piece. Okay, what we've got is we have some arpeggios on the chords of G, going to E minor, and then going to C, and then D7. Okay, we'll just take a look at that because those are the main chords in this piece. And we're using 4-string chords, and I'm particularly interested in showing you right now the left hand, what goes on. Okay, so we're using these simple chords where you place the third finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string for the G chord, and we're going to arpeggiate that. Let me just back off of this other camera because this is actually the most important point here. Okay, so I'm pressing down, get that in position for you there, with this finger, and we're going to play the arpeggio. Now what usually happens with when somebody's first starting out, they don't realize that they're going to have to make the change to the next chord without skipping a beat. So the way to do this is to have the next finger that's going to go down, which in this case is going to be the 2nd finger on the 4th string. Have that ready, hovering over the string. So when you go from the G arpeggio, you're ready to put this 2nd finger down. So that means you can get between these 2 chords without having to stop. Now to do this, it's important to just slow the thing down to speed where you're comfortable, and just practice those 2 chords. Now I'm going to go to the next chord. Another thing that sometimes happens is that you know, the new student is going to look at the chords, each one of those separately, and think they have to pick all the fingers up and then go to the next chord. In this case, you've already got one finger in place for the C chord on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. All you have to do is put the 1st finger down onto the 2nd string on the 1st fret. So again, you let that finger hover over where it's supposed to go, so you go from the E minor chord, put that finger down, and you're ready for the C chord. Now the next one is the D7, which for absolute beginners is going to be a tough one, but again, you leave this finger in place. So you leave that finger on the string. The 2nd finger, you're going to move it over one string, if you can see that, and then take this other finger, and that's going to go underneath for the D7. So all together, go nice and slowly. Remember, you keep the finger over the fret where you're going to press down on next, which is, in this case, is going to be the 4th string. So if you can see this, I've got the right position there. Okay, so I've got the 3rd finger's pressing down there. You see the 2nd finger is hovering over the string. I'm going to place it down, at the same time lift the 3rd finger up. The next chord, I'm going to press down the 1st finger on the 2nd string, and then for the next one, lift this finger up and move it over one string, and then place the 3rd finger down. That's it. Just practice those changes very slowly, and then you find that you can do it. Don't worry about speed at this stage. Use a metronome. The metronome is a great tool. Do it as slow as you need to go, or as slow as the metronome goes. Just practice making those changes on time, and then you'll find that eventually you'll be able to speed it up a little bit, and then you can go full speed ahead. Okay, hope that's helpful.